Once upon a time, long ago, there was a beautiful maiden. No one in all the lands could ever compare, not even the very flowers themselves. However, beneath this radiance lay great sadness, for she never knew her family. She only knew of the horrible curse bestowed upon her. Often suitors from across the 5 realms would happen upon her, but by sunset, anyone still in her presence turned to stone. Then one day, a handsome prince came upon her and fell in love at once. Every month he would journey to see the maiden for only an hour, lavishing her with flowers, sweetmeats, and jewels from faraway lands. She longed to return to him and marry. But he was forbidden to marry someone with such a terrible burden. One day, she was lying beside her favorite creek when she heard music coming from the water.
Hello? Is someone there?
I know it will end, it won't last forever. Every 4 years we'll leap here together. Follow the path, thrice through the meadow. Your destiny lies beneath murky water. Drink from it once and end all your sorrow. Only then will true ourselves be revealed.
The maiden felt something at her foot and looked down to find a map that had not been there before.
Fairer than the clouds themselves. How are you today, my love?
Oh, darling, I just had the most wonderful news. My curse can be lifted.
My stars. Could this be the map to the lost pond of Avalon? If we're able to find it and cure your curse, I shall make you my wife at once.
So the lovers made haste toward the mysterious meadows of Ferndale. Quickly they happened upon a man sitting at a table alone, as if prepared for dinner.
Good sir, is this the way to the lost pond of Avalon?
Ah yes, the lost pond of Avalon, where the water reveals one's true self. I'm afraid I cannot let you pass until I eat dinner.
Well, be on with it then.
I cannot eat until my candle is lit.
Heaven! Then light the candle and let us on our way.
Fire begets fire.
What magic is this?
The maiden, who was as clever as she was beautiful, realized the candle had to be lit over the fire itself. Once the flame flickered, she noticed a small chest with the most intricate key inside.
Thank you, fair maiden. I have not eaten in 500 years. Here, share in my feast.
Sweetheart, please don't eat that peasant slop. You deserve the finest foods in all the lands, which you shall soon have once we reach the pond.
Oh, thank you, good sir.
Safe travels.
And so the prince and the maiden resumed their journey through the forest. It was not long before they happened upon a handsome fountain, long since flowing and beyond repair.
Why have you stopped, my love? Noon is upon us and sunset is not far away.
I hate to see such beauty left to rot.
It is but a simple fountain. You will see far grander in my kingdom as my wife.
What's this?
For water to return to this fountain at one part earth, sea, and sky, for if you want to find the lost pond, water here cannot be dry.
We're wasting time.
The maiden looked into her bag and found at once a flower, shell, and a feather, and dropped them into the fountain. The maiden could not believe her eyes as a chest appeared under the fountain, which contained a key, even more lovely than the first. She and the prince continued on their way until they came at last to a fearsome dragon guarding a grove of trees.
An infernal beast! I'll make short work of it.
Oh no! Stay your hand, my love. This creature's unable to speak.
The maiden noticed that the dragon, for all its fury, released only silence from its snout.
This animal's of no concern. I can find for you more strange and more exotic than this creature.
But I cannot stand to let such a creature go without its voice.
The maiden reached into her pouch and removed the bread that the first man had given her. The dragon quickly ate down the offering and once again was able to let out a thunderous roar. Now able to freely leave, the beast left behind yet an even bigger chest. The fair maiden opened it and found the largest key yet. The couple kept walking until they reached a brick wall in the forest.
Lo, a dead end.
Oh, but there's a door down here.
A fairy door. Surely you jest. Pray tell me how we ought to fit through that door.
With a leap of faith, my prince.
Little hut, stand the old way, as thy mother stood thee, with thy back to the woods and thy front to me.
The maiden placed the keys inside the door and, grabbing hold of the prince, walked through the brick and out into a wondrous glen.
Ha ha ha! The lost pond! I did it!
You mean we did it?
Cannot believe mine own eyes. Your father won't believe it either.
My father?
Oh, well, you see, your father, who's the king of the lands to the north, he promised his kingdom to anyone who could find his daughter and rid her of her horrible curse. Oh, and your hand in marriage, I guess.
You've always known who I was and never thought to tell me?
Dearest, you don't have to live out in squalor anymore. From now on, you'll be the happiest you've ever been, living in my tower, in my castle. I'll even let you meet your parents. Go on, drink the water. Sunset is falling. Don't regret this.
Regret. What's a funny word?
At that moment, the maiden realized that it was not her who needed to see their true self revealed.
Ah!
In the blink of an eye, the water transformed the prince into a lowly frog.
Ugh. I should have known you were more frog than prince. Oh, look. It's sunset, darling. How fitting for your heart of stone.
Thus the fair maiden drank from the water herself. A realization came over her that her curse was actually a gift, one that she now could control. Some say she became a witch. Some say she returned home. Some say the frog prince is still in the pond, waiting for someone to save him. I say they all lived happily